Don't knock it till you try it. You've probably heard someone say that before in reference to eating some weird food. Probably like, I don't know, French fries and ice cream. They're eating it, you make a weird face at them like, that's gross. They say, hey, don't knock it till you try it. So you do try it, and sometimes it's really gross, and that person just has whack taste buds, and sometimes it's absolutely delicious. But the thing that nobody really talks about is that advice can apply probably better to picking your career than it does to weird food choices. Unless that weird food choice is French fries and ice cream, because if you haven't tried that, you totally should. Most people, and I mean most, make one of the biggest decisions of their lives based on less than 1 hour of exposure to that career. That's it, less than an hour. Maybe it's what their parents do. Maybe it's what their friends' parents do. Maybe they watched a movie. Maybe they saw a doctor do something amazing on a TV show and they thought, hey, I could do that. I mean, hey, I made the decision to join the Navy after watching the movie The Guardian, which, by the way, isn't even about the Navy, it's about the Coast Guard.
Tell me the rescue swimmer's motto.
So others may live, Senior Chief!
Oh, I feel safer already.
32% of medical school students say that they got interested in the field because of TV shows like Grey's Anatomy. Grey's Anatomy, a TV show that is great, but has no basis on what it's actually like to be a doctor. Now, I'm not saying that inspiration is a bad thing. Of course, you have to look around and get inspired by anything that's around you. But making a 12-year commitment and $500,000 based on a TV show, especially a TV show that has names like McDreamy and Medusa, it's not like it's a documentary. It's a TV show. It's produced to make it look good. Of course, that's the whole point of it. Now, I'm not saying that you are going to have all the answers at 17. And I'm not saying that this is wrong. This is how our system was built. You pick a thing at 17, 18, whatever it may be. You stick with it. You hope it's the right choice. But you're making that decision and you're making that choice with no data. And if you are making it on data, it's probably not even good data. It's probably a TV show or something like that you don't really have a very clear picture of what it is. So you're trying, but you're really just guessing. So how do we stop this guessing game? It's pretty simple, but it's not easy. Just get more than 1 hour of career exposure before you pick a path. That's it. Just more than an hour. Before you declare a major, before you fill out a college application, before you fill out a job application, before you go tell everyone what you're going to go do, just go try it. The thing is that people take college tours all the time. That's how they try out a college. Why wouldn't you take a career tour to figure out what you want to do? The thing is that what college you go to dictates what majors you can take. And what major you have can dictate what you do with your life. So why wouldn't you figure out what you want to do with your life and then figure out what college you want to go to, if you even need to go to college at all. So what's a career tour? Basically, there's 3 different types of them in order of most commitment to least commitment. You can try them all. You can do just one. You can do 2. You can do it however you want, as long as you're getting more than 1 hour of exposure to that career. Career tour type number 1. Get a part-time job in an industry that you're interested in. When I was 16, I started working at Menards as a cashier. It's like a large hardware chain in the Midwest. It took me 2 weeks, maybe less than, to realize that I absolutely hated it. I knew that I never wanted to work in retail ever again. The thing was that not only did I know that I didn't like it, but I was able to look around me and realize that I didn't want to be a department manager. I didn't want to be a general manager. I didn't even want to work at headquarters. There was no one that I wanted to be. There was nobody that I was jealous of. Nothing that I could aspire to. So while it sucked while I was doing it, standing on your feet for 8 hours on concrete floors, not that much fun. At least I knew that I didn't like it. So I tried it, I knocked it, I moved on. Part-time jobs are the lowest risk version of this because you're getting some real-world job experience, you're probably getting some training, and you're getting paid. So even if you don't like it, that's still a win. Career tour option number 2, internships. Now, I know what you're thinking. Organizing files, going on coffee runs, potentially not being paid, being ignored. That was internships from like 10 years ago. The internship game has completely changed since then. Almost all of them are paid now, and some states have even made it illegal to have unpaid internships. And they give you real exposure to real work in a real industry that you might be interested in. Here's how I think about interning. When I was a kid, I went to a summer camp, like most kids, and when I got a little bit older, I came back as an assistant counselor. The week that I was there, right before the campers arrived, the head counselor pulled me aside and she said, "Hey, they should love you because you just get to say yes and have fun with them and leave all the hard stuff and saying no to me." That's interning. You basically get to work on all the fun projects and do all the fun things while you leave the actual hard work to the people that are in charge of you. Now, don't get me wrong, you're totally there to provide value and you should be providing value. But their expectations of you are pretty low because you're just an intern and you probably don't have that much experience yet. But this is your chance to get that experience, and it's a chance to blow them out of the water because their expectations of you are pretty low. Plus, you get access to the industry that you want to be in potentially. You get to learn what that actually is like, and you get access to people in that industry that can help you along if you continue to want to stay in it. Most professionals will tell you that they had the most fun their intern years because the expectations are lower. They get to just have fun. So, highly recommend trying this out to get some exposure and have some fun. The third career tour type is job shadowing. Now, the only downside to job shadowing is that you don't get paid. That's it. That's really the only downside. But there are a ton of upsides. First of all, it's super low commitment. Sometimes it's just an afternoon, maybe a couple of days. Second, you're going to get access to people in industries that probably wouldn't have given you the time of day for many years to come. And because they're so low commitment, you can do a lot of them. In a month, you can do 5 job shadows of 5 different industries that you're interested in. At the end of that month, you're going to end up with way more knowledge and real-world experience than most people do after their first year of college. Now, here's the catch. Most companies don't advertise that they do any type of job shadowing experience, so you have to make one for yourself. Now, I know that sounds super scary. You're going to have to call people you don't know, you're going to have to email people you don't know, and ask them if they don't mind you watching them work for an afternoon or a couple of days. Now, I know that sounds super scary.
Ow! Jump scare.
But think about what you're asking them. Think about what you're telling them. Really, you're saying, "Hey, I am really interested in what you do. You seem like you have a really cool job. Would it be okay if I watched you work for a little while?" They're going to be flattered. They're probably going to say yes. The people that actually do this, the ones that reach out, show up, and pay attention, they're going to end up so far ahead of their peers who probably aren't going to figure this stuff out until they've spent $20,000 changing their major 3 times. So here's where we land. You're going to make a decision about what you want to do with your life. That's inevitable. It's just a matter of if you make that decision based on TV shows and gut feelings or actual data based on your actual experiences. Job shadow, internship, part-time job, it doesn't matter. Pick one, do all 3, but just do it.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true!
No matter what, you'll end up with more data and more information than you had before. Maybe you'll try something and you'll totally hate it, but that's better than having never tried it at all, or even worse, not knowing you hated it, dedicating 12 years to it, and then realizing that you hate it. And no matter what, you'll be better prepared and more self-informed than 90% of other people out there. And maybe, just maybe, you'll find something that you absolutely love. If you want help figuring out where to start, who to reach out to, how to reach out to them, what to say when you reach out to them, we made a whole 5-step guide that includes all of those things, including scripts on exactly what to say and the entire process from start to finish. It's called the Life Recon Guide. It's completely free. By the end of it, you'll have a solid network built up, you'll have some serious career exposure, and you'll have more clarity on what you want to do with your life. It's completely free. You can download it at findtelos.com, or you can click the link in the description. Or if you even know it, in an industry that you're interested in. Far outweigh the down.